Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Natural Aisha, and in this video we're going to be making knotless yarn wool braids. Guys, look at my patterns. Do not laugh at me. I'm really not very good at parting my own hair. I think I need to learn that or get somebody to help me part my hair next time. But this is what we're going to be working with, guys. My hair is already moisturized, and we're just going to do a little bit of length check for 3 years. So this is how much hair we have in 3 years. Yay me! So this is the next day, guys. I had already started making the hair the night before, and I was going to finish it up today. And this is how much hair that we have to work with, and this is how much hair I had already done. You can see that my patterns are really not great, but this is a beginner friendly video, so everything doesn't have to be perfect, coupled with the fact that I do not really know how to part my own hair by myself. So you guys just have to bear with me. But anyways, this is how much we've been able to do, and you can see how the hair is neat. This is how long it is. I actually wanted it this length, and I'm so glad it came out like this. And you can see how tapered the ends are. I wanted a thin finish, so I'm going to show you guys how I was able to achieve that thin finish. Okay, moving on, you need to start with a properly detangled and moisturized hair. I cannot even stress those enough, guys. I'm using yarn wool, the yarn that you use to knit, that people use to knit. Okay, that type of yarn wool. And guys, this wool is completely reusable. If I didn't tell you that I had used this wool before, you probably wouldn't know. So I had used it, washed it, and stored it somewhere, and now I'm reusing it. So I'm just prepping my wool. I'm counting it. I'll tell you guys how many I use at the end of the day, since we're trying to make knotless braids. And now remember the ends. I told you guys I wanted a thin finish at the end, so I wanted it to be tapered. So I'm trying to make the ends of my wool uneven so that I have that thin finish. I don't want the hair to be equal at the end so that it doesn't just bunch up at the tips. I want something that is uneven so that I can have a tapered finish. So I mentioned earlier that my hair is completely properly moisturized and finger detangled, right? But I'm going to go ahead and use a butter again to coat my hair again. I told you guys that this yarn wool can be drying, so I'm going to use this butter to seal in the moisture again, and it is also going to help me to properly detangle my hair using a comb. So I'm going to go ahead and finger detangle again, and then use a combing and taking care of any knots and any tangles I find on the way. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. If you want this process to go very smoothly, you need to properly detangle your hair. Take care of any knots, tangles you find from your tips to your roots. Very important. Don't skip this step. Next, I'm going to be going in with this edge control gel. This is the first time I'm using this edge control on my hair. I use it once in a while on my edges, but this is the first time I'm like putting it on the roots of my hair, guys. I do not know, or I don't think it does anything to the hair, right? Because I've seen people use it. Anyways, have you used it on your roots before? Let me know in the comments if you have. So I'm going ahead to brush my hair and make my patterns neater, and then we'll begin the process of making the hair. Since we're making knotless braids, we're going to begin by braiding our own hair first. So I braid my hair 2 times, like I braid. If you know how to braid, if you don't know how to braid, just concentrate on what I'm doing. And then after that, I go ahead and add the first 7. So I said I was going to explain what I was doing, right? I added hair 5 times. The first one I counted 7 strands of the yarn, and then subsequently I added 5. So what I'm doing now is I put the yarn wool in between my index finger and my thumb, and then I start braiding. I'm going to show you guys in more details and explain better when I'm doing the next one, because something happened and I didn't get the complete footage of this one. So just slow down the process. Watch this video again and again. Watch it in slow-mo so that you can better understand what I'm doing. When I get to the ends, I'm going to thread it a little bit and then tie a knot. Okay, so I tie my knot 2 times just to properly make sure that I have secured my braid very well. If not, it is going to go ahead and unravel and loosen, so you want to tie this knot tightly 2 times or even more, especially because I'm not going to burn my ends. So burning those ends are just messy and I don't like it at all. So I'm going to try as much as possible to be more detailed in my explanation, God helping me. So I'm going ahead to just make my parts neat and then we start braiding. So you can see, put my hands in between and then pull it out. This is the importance of properly detangling your hair, guys. If my hair was not properly, I can't do this. Okay, so after braiding 2 times, I go ahead and add the first 7, and then the first yarn goes in front of the hair like this, and then the second one is in between my index finger and my thumb, and then it now switches and comes to this side, as you can see, and then I braid again, and then I have to add the next 5. I've added it now, and then as you can see, one of the yarn wool comes to this one by, I don't know, is it my left or my right, and then the other one is in the middle, and then when I braid, it switches and comes to this side. Guys, just watch this video in slow-mo so that you properly understand. Okay, I lost one yarn thread there, I didn't even know. Anyways, so yeah, you just keep braiding after you've added all the hair until you get to the tips. It's really not that hard, it's just the technique. Don't be too concerned with getting it the first time if you're a beginner. Just try and practice and practice and practice. You get better at it. You are not a professional braider, and even professional braiders started somewhere, right? So just keep practicing. Just do it gently, slowly. Watch the video over and over again and just practice, and you get better at it. So in the next one, I'll try and be more detailed again, God helping me. Okay, so we go again. We start braiding 1 and 2, and then we add the first 7 in between my index finger and my thumb. This one goes to the one on this side, and then the other one in the middle switches to this side once I braid, and then I add again. You can see in between my index finger and my thumb. This one comes to this one by this side. You can see the second one in the middle switches to this other side once I start to braid. Then I add the next one. The same principle, guys, the same principle. So when I add it in between my index finger and my thumb, I move one of the yarn to this one by this side, and then the other one in the middle now moves to this other side once I start to braid. And then until you've added all 5 yarn, you can see index finger, thumb, and then this one comes this way, and then it switches to the other side once you braid. And it's that simple. So with practice, you would definitely get the hang of it. So just be patient and practice. Okay, so we're done and we're doing a little bit of victory dance there. This is what the hair looks like, guys. I'm super excited. I'm going to go ahead and cut the tips later, and you can see how tapered and thin they are. That's what I was trying to tell you guys. All right, so this is what we have here. You can see that those uneven patterns have been covered by the braids. You can't even see them very clearly. And the good part about knotless is that you can style it anyway. So I can choose to style it this way or that way or middle pattern. But I think I prefer the middle pattern. And this is painless, guys, because I did it myself. I didn't pull my hair too much. So this is how much hair I lost from washing my hair to making these braids. I loosened my twist and I realized I didn't show you guys how much hair I lost while I was loosening this twist. I'm very sorry. This is how much hair I lost when I took down this twist. If you've not seen the video of how I made this twist, loosened this twist, and all of that, please check the description or somewhere in this video. So this is how much hair I lost from loosening that twist to washing my hair and to making these braids. Another victory dance here. I was so excited. Anyways, it was time for me to put the hair in hot water. You can see that the hair was not really moving as much. When you put in hot water, it just relaxes, and you can see this movement. It just relaxes and moves. Okay, so I'm trying to cut out the excesses, and voila, we're done. It's the thin finish for me, like the tapered ends and the thin finish, and the fact that it has movement and it's so light, it's so painless, and I'm super happy about my results, guys. This is the time for you guys to give me a thumbs up. What that does is it helps other people get to see this video and get to learn how to make this beautiful hairstyle by themselves. So please give me a like, a huge thumbs up, and then subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So I am not a Nokia brand ambassador or anything. My auntie works with Nokia and she gifted me this shirt, and that's why I have it on. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you lovelies in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.